Good morning, everybody. What's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Anubis. Hope you guys are enjoying your week so far. I know it's only Tuesday, but hopefully you guys are making the most of your week and continuing to inspire yourselves and continuing to motivate to do the best that you can with everything that you do. Anyway, guys, sorry for not streaming yesterday, but hopefully I will be streaming today. As you can see, I am wide awake. I actually went to bed early last night. I feel good right now. I feel happy that I successfully managed to at least temporarily get back onto my normal sleep schedule, and hopefully I can continue to do so and resume going to bed early and waking up early and being able to make content for my YouTube channel and streaming in the afternoons. So today, I think today we're definitely going to be streaming. I'm 90% sure that we will be streaming. If that changes though, I will obviously make announcements on Twitter and Facebook or on one of the very many social media sites that I am linked to and registered on. So just, stand by, guys, and make sure you guys are following me on Twitter and on Instagram and on Facebook. All the links are down below in the description box. So if you guys aren't aware of any of my social media links or any apps I may use like Snapchat or Kick, if you don't know that information, that is also down below in the description box. So all you gotta do is just click the little drop down arrow and it'll reveal all my social media information and miscellaneous information that you may need to know. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys, can give me some feedback here. What do you guys think about my streams? What do you guys think I can do to further improve my streams? What other games would you guys like to see? I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be getting the games anytime soon or right away, not in a month or 2 months. It's going to take me some time, guys, to save up money to acquire all these games that you guys want me to play. I've had one particular viewer who is now a moderator now for my Twitch channel named Points, who has been constantly throwing games at me and trying so hard and so desperately to make me play these games, or wants me to play these games with such excitement and pizzazz. He's really determined to see me play other games and really wants me to kind of broaden my palette on my Twitch channel and with gaming content as well. It's just a matter of financial restrictions and not be able to afford everything that I want or I want to do or that my viewers would like me to do. Like I said, guys, right now, this year is a year of a lot of financial restrictions, a lot of things that make it difficult to, play all these various video games and to do things because I got the brand new computer, which is being financed, so I have to pay monthly payments on that. Then I pay monthly payments on my cell phone, and then I pay, bills, food, so on and so forth. The bills are just never ending. Medical bills as well. On top of that, my own and helping my mom out. So it's like, it's just never ending money being dished out. And, I try to save as much money as I can each month, but it usually ends up only being like pennies, literally pennies to a few dollars. Like this month, I only managed to save like $3, which is literally nothing in this world nowadays. Like, you really can't get much for $3, which is pretty sad. Considering I remember when I was growing up, things were so much different. And I know I kind of sound really old. Like, a lot of old people say that, oh, I remember back in the day when I was a kid your age. I'm not trying to sound like that, but, like, honestly, growing up, things felt so much cheaper. I remember when things were like 15 cents, things were 25 cents, things were 50 cents. Nowadays, things are all a dollar or more. Nothing's really super cheap anymore. You can't go out and get like a pack of, those, what is this, a little pack of like 6 or 8 donuts, those little miniature donuts, for like 50 cents. Now they're like a dollar or something or more. I don't even know if they make them. I haven't seen them around in a long time. Actually, it's not true. I saw them a few days ago. Never mind. But anyway, my point is that they're not reasonably priced anymore. They're not as cheap as they used to be. Things are not cheap as they used to be, and change is really hard to accept, guys. And I'm one from experience to say that change is so very hard to accept, and I hate having to deal with change. I hate having things changing on me. I hate getting older. Like, there's a lot of, not that I hate, I dislike a lot of things. Getting old sucks. Being an adult sucks. Having responsibilities and bills and, trying to make sure ends meet sucks. And, I was watching a YouTube video yesterday. I'm not going to name names, but I mean, he spoke about talking about credit. And credit is definitely a very important thing. And you guys who are young or who are just turning 18 or who just started out using credit cards, or having some kind of credit history, make sure you guys are very cautious with your credit and what you use it for and what you do with it. Make sure you always make your payments on time. I cannot emphasize that enough. When I was younger, I was given an offer for my first credit card ever, and it wasn't a lot. It was like, I think maybe $300 to $600, which back then was a lot. I mean, I just turned 18, so I mean, like I said, when I was a teenager, things were cheaper. So I guess back then it was a lot, and it wasn't really that long ago. I was 18, if you think about it. But anyway, and with that credit, I think I used some of it, or I didn't use any of it. I don't remember, and I still got the penalty for it because I didn't pay it. I didn't use any of it, and like they were expecting me to use it, or I did use it and I didn't pay it back. So I mean, like, today, my credit is so messed up and so butchered because of me not paying it back. And then as history went on, as time went on, when I went and became homeless, and I had other struggles going on at that time, and I had financial restrictions even worse than what I have now. I started, I got into cell phones, and I got into contracts, and dumbest thing I ever could have done was getting into a contract already knowing that I was a teenager and a person who had no intent of ever really paying off my debt. And so that screwed me over. I went through multiple contracts through, I think it was T-Mobile, Verizon, and Sprint at the time. And all of those people I owed so much money to. Originally, I got Verizon under my mom's name, and I butchered her credit because I'd never paid that off. Um, and then when I got through T-Mobile, I kept bouncing checks to keep my service on, to keep going. So it would give me a couple more days of service every time I bounced the check, but every time the check bounced, it would add more to my bill. Eventually, I racked up like almost $1,000 on my T-Mobile bill, and they eventually wouldn't accept any checks because I bounced so many. Um, and I never paid that off. Even today, I still don't have that paid off. And then Sprint, something happened where I was supposed to have unlimited data. Just dropped my phone on my face. But I was supposed to have unlimited data with Sprint, and I downloaded a bunch of music and games and stuff. And then next thing I know, I got this charge on my bill for like, I was like at four, like my first bill was like, or second bill was like $400. And I was like, what the? I was like, I'm supposed to have unlimited data, unlimited, everything, and I'm not supposed to get in charge for downloading free music and free games and stuff like that. Like, I wasn't, downloading stuff I had to pay for. I was downloading free games, free music. And I went and called Sprint and, asked them what's going on. Why was I charged? They're like, oh, well, you don't have unlimited data, or you don't have a certain thing with your data or something. I was like, what the is that bull? And I was like, nah, man. I was like, F you guys, F that. I'm not paying you a dime. You're not getting nothing from me. And I was like, you know what, just F you guys. Go ahead and cut my service, terminate my service. I'm like, oh, well, you're going to suffer an early termination fee. I'm like, I don't give a F. You're not getting a dime. So go ahead and hit me with an early termination fee. You're not getting anything from me. And still to this day, I owe like Sprint like $400. So like I was really bad with my credit history, and today it bites me in the behind, and it hurts really badly because it affects me, getting any credit now when I kind of need it, or if I want to rebuild credit. I'm even getting denied from the credit rebuilders, like that give you basically like a, not a credit card, but like a prepaid card, but basically you're putting money on it, and then it's like them giving you credit, but it's essentially you paying yourself to have credit. So basically, you're still using your own money to pay for things. It's like you paying for cash, or you having a bank account and a debit card, and you going out and using the debit card, but it counts as credit instead of like using it as debit or cash. And even those places are denying me to help me rebuild my credit. I can't even get those things. Like I was trying to go for Capital One and a couple other places, and I was getting denied left and right. So I can't even like rebuild my credit right now. I have to figure out what I can do in terms of rebuilding my credit and try to financially stabilize myself in some way, some form. So guys, long story short, be smart with what you do and the choices you make in life, and especially the choices you make financially, especially when you start developing credit and growing and trying to, better your future. Don't mess around with your credit, and just be smart with the things that you do in general, not just with credit wise, but the choices you make in life as far as romance goes, as business goes, as yourself goes. Be smart with what you do and progress in a positive way, and just be smart about everything that you do and try to learn from your mistakes, and don't suffer the consequences later on down the road. Don't think, oh, I can do this and then I'm not going to pay the consequences later. Karma is a bitch. So don't forget that, guys. That's all I got for you guys here today. Sorry this video was so long and I kind of ranted a bit, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And remember, guys, as always, to stay cool, be cool, give respect, and you will give respect in return. Peace. I love you guys.